Several months ago, I made a live edge cedar headboard, which I featured in a past video. And ever since then, I've been wanting to make a set of matching nightstands to go with it. Well, I've finally gotten around to it, and I thought I'd share a video with you about that project as well. Now, this isn't necessarily a step-by-step how-to style video, but more so just an overview of the build to hopefully inspire you to make something similar yourself. So let's get started. The first step in this project was to head out to the beautiful woods of southern Missouri and harvest some eastern red cedar, which I did well over a year ago, as it takes time for the wood to dry before you can use it for projects such as this. If you're interested in harvesting and processing your own lumber, I recently did an entire video series on this topic, which you can check out here at this channel. For these nightstands, I'm working with wood from the same cedar tree that I used for the headboard from months ago, which I harvested and processed with my Granberg Alaskan chainsaw mill. After the wood was good and dry, I cut out all the main pieces for the nightstands from a few slabs of cedar, planed them down, and gave them an initial sanding. For the shelves of the nightstands, I didn't do anything too fancy, as no one's going to be seeing them anyway, so I simply cut out some sections from a pine board that I had laying around the garage. The next step was to attach the sides of the nightstand to the shelves, which I did with some good old wood glue and my pocket hole jig and screws. After the sides and shelves were put together, I attached the tops of the nightstands, again using glue and pocket hole screws, as you can see here. There was a little bit of bug damage to some of the cedar due to burrowing insects, so to fix that up, I filled the holes and damaged areas with wood filler, let it dry overnight, and later sanded it all down. For the cabinet-style doors that I incorporated in this design, I was originally just going to make them out of a few sections of cedar boards, but instead, I decided to use a couple of small, cross-cut cedar tabletops from a different project that I never finished, which actually worked out quite nicely for this project. So after getting the doors measured and cut out and ready to go, I attached them with some standard cabinet hinges. After all the main components of the nightstand were put together, I sanded them down completely with sandpaper ranging from 36 grit down to 200 grit. Next, I put on a moderately heavy coat of Sedona red wood stain, which I really like for using on red cedar, as it really brings out the color. After the wood stain was good and dry, I wiped down the nightstands thoroughly with a lint-free cloth and then applied several coats of polyurethane. When the polyurethane was dry, I attached the rest of the hardware, such as the magnetic door stops and plates, as well as the doorknobs. For the backs of the nightstands, I used some medium-density fiberboard, drilled some pilot holes in it, and simply attached it with some nails. As a final step, I let the finished nightstand sit out in the garage for several days to let all the wood stain and polyurethane fumes wear off. And after that, I brought them inside and put them to use. Now, I'm by no means a master carpenter or cabinet builder, but it was a fun project and they didn't turn out too terribly bad. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see lots more like it, be sure to subscribe to this channel. And check out the 3 Minutes Outdoors website at 3minutesoutdoors.com. And finally, if you'd like to support this channel, click on the link in the video description below to find out more.